Hey there, Descendants fans! We've got so many ways to geek out with some exclusive behind-the-scenes videos and snapshots of the actors who play our favorite villain kids. Watch until the end to find out which villain kid originally auditioned for the role of Prince Ben.
Well, let's get this party started.
Recording studio vibes. One of the best things about the Descendants movies is the musical numbers. From the very first film's opening musical number, Rotten to the Core, fans were hooked. The songs were edgy, exciting dance numbers that really captured the villain kid vibe. Then they took over Auditioned Prep in Descendants 2 with Ways to be Wicked. And who can forget Uma's power song, What's My Name? We see the cast perform these songs effortlessly in these movies, but there's a process they can be. And that all starts in the recording studio. That's right, before Dove puts on the purple wig and distressed leather outfit, she jets over to the studio to put the song down on a track. Every singing cast member makes their magic in the booth before they dance it out and film it on set. Thankfully, we've seen pictures to prove it. We found some behind-the-scenes pics of Cameron Boyce, Sophia Carson, China Ann McClain, and of course Dove Cameron, singing their hearts out behind the mic. After they record the song, they learn a choreographed dance number to go with it. Then they get into their costumes and film the performance of the number for the movie. Dance your face off. These big dance numbers don't just spontaneously happen. They require a ton of prep time in addition to sweaty rehearsals, mistakes, and a few aches and pains along the way. But it all starts with director Kenny Ortega's vision of what he wants each dance number to look like. Then the choreographers snag the music straight out of the recording booth and get to work breathing life into the high-energy dance routines. The result is electric, mind-blowing songs that make fans freak out with excitement. The background dancers came from all over the globe to add flair and pizzazz to these big dance routines. And in the main cast members and You've Got Magic choreographers explained that Descendants' opening number, Rotten to the Core, had a dirty, gritty 70s punk dance feel to it. It was aggressive and unapologetically rotten. It had come out with a big bang because it set the tone for the whole movie. The final dance sequence in D2, titled You and Me, took place on a completely flooded yacht deck. Water splashed around cast members with every dance move. This wicked cool dance number required 2 huge water cannons to spray the area. The payoff was huge. That number is totally unforgettable. Pre-filming CHANT. It's no secret that the cast has become incredibly close during the filming of all 3 Descendants films. They've laughed a lot, they've cried, they pranked each other, and yes, they've become a family over the 5 years they've spent working on Descendants movies. Of course, when you're that close, inside jokes and special rituals are bound to develop. Sophia Carson and the cast shared a special behind-the-scenes secret about the pre-shooting ritual they performed before each big musical number. Director Kenny Ortega taught the cast a chant to get them hyped up and ready to give it their all in front of the cameras. All the dancers and all the cast would huddle up into a big circle and do this chant together.
Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, bow bow bow.
China Ann McClain said it helped the whole cast get amped before a scene. We're gonna go out on a limb and say it totally worked. The musical numbers are full of energy, the dance routines are masterful and fun, and the villain kids add their own flair of sass and passion to each musical number. Who knew the power of Boom Shakalaka could be so incredible? Like father, like daughter. Celia is one of the coolest villain kids on the aisle. She's the daughter of Dr. Facilier. This girl has got some tricks up her sleeve. She's quick with a card trick and an evil laugh, and she's got a spooky sense of style. Looking at her, it's safe to say she's a total daddy's girl. At the Disney Fan Fest, the actress who plays the role of Celia, Jada Marie, revealed some interesting details about her character. She said that Celia is 100% a daddy's girl. She added that Celia is a mischievous little thing. According to her, Celia is all about the cash, just like her dad. For those of us who have been speculating from the D3 trailers on whether Celia will be good or evil, this is a pretty big giveaway. But will Celia follow in her dad's footsteps for good? Or will she go on the same path as the OG villain kids and change her wicked ways? We know that Ben wanted to bring the villain kids to Auditioned, but surely not all of them are ready to let go of their evil family history. Maybe Celia is one of those characters who remains rotten to the core. Daddy Blue Hair. Cheyenne Jackson plays the role of Hades in Descendants 3. From the exclusive Hades trailer that Disney released, it's clear that he's got a score to settle with Belle and Beast. Hades feels this way because they decided long ago to cast out those who didn't fit the Auditioned mold. He says that they forced everyone who didn't agree with them away to a crowded little island with no magic, no freedom, and no hope. Then he added that there's only so long you can be in a place like that before it drives you to madness or makes you hungry for revenge. But thanks to the king and queen of Auditioned, he has been relegated to the Lord of the Underground, and he's kinda grumpy about it.
I was Lord of the Underworld, not Lord of the Underground.
During the Disney Fan Fest, Cheyenne Jackson shared that playing this villain was a super fun experience. Cheyenne is a parent of 2-year-old twins. He shared that when his kids came to see him on set, they were mesmerized by his blue hair. Fans in the crowd laughed when Cheyenne mentioned that his kids called him Daddy Blue Hair.
Like Daddy Blue Hair. Daddy Blue Hair? So that's very fun.
The crew kicked them out. Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson have been best friend goals since the very first Descendants movie. They've been through so much together, it makes sense that they wouldn't want the filming of the last Descendants movie to end. The memories they shared will surely last a lifetime. Dove Cameron shared that one of her favorite memories occurred during the last day of shooting their last musical number in Descendants 3. Sophia chimed in and shared that that was purely coincidental because usually when you shoot a movie, you shoot out of order, but it just so happened that they shot the final number on their last day. Dove said that everyone in the cast was really emotional because they all loved the musical number so much. They just didn't want it to end. So Dove and Sophia stayed long after filming had wrapped. They said they laid down on the ground of the set with this massive green screen until they were told that they had to leave. They stayed so long that the crew had to kick them out. But before they went, they shared a few laughs and a few tears. They also did a lot of reminiscing and took a ton of photos. Late night grocery run. When you're busy filming a major Disney Channel original movie, it's easy to get completely consumed by it all. We imagine there wasn't a lot of time for the normal day-to-day stuff like grocery shopping. Boo Boo Stewart kind of confirmed this when he shared his favorite memory on the Disney Fan Fest stage. He said that one of his favorite memories was the night that the cast went out on a late-night grocery run in their robes. The night that they wrapped production of Descendants 3, a bunch of the cast members went to the grocery store in their robes that they took from the set. They stocked up on all the snacks and delicious foods they had been craving. They packed up their grocery store goodies and crowded into one hotel room where they completely pigged out. Dove revealed that more tears were shed that night as well. When you form deep friendships like these, you're bound to wind up crying with a mouthful of ice cream together at one point or another. Saying goodbye as the film came to a close was probably easier with a few treats in their bellies. It must have been weird for the people in the grocery store to see the cast of Descendants rolling up with a cart full of junk food. Water bottle kicks. Do you guys remember those awesome apple kicks that Jay was doing in Descendants 2 during their opening number, Ways to Be Wicked? Well, apparently that took some practice. It's harder than it looks. We just found some behind-the-scenes footage of Jay showing his castmates how to do that super cool kick move. Then it was Sophia's turn. She seemed intimidated at first, but connected with the water bottle on the first try. She didn't seem to realize that she actually made contact with the bottle. It wasn't until Dove yelled, "You did it," that Sophia knew that she succeeded. Then she did a cute victory dance to celebrate. After that, Dove was next to give this kick move a try. She looked very sure of herself in the beginning, but she barely tapped the bottle with her foot, causing off-screen hysterical laughter from a guy we can only assume was Cameron Boyce. Her complete failure to launch the water bottle didn't stop her from showing off in a hilarious pose. The next time she tried it, she totally nailed it. They have way too much fun for it to be called work. Impressions. Dove Cameron and Cameron Boyce are undeniably the cutest buddies we've ever seen. It's clear that Dove adores Cameron, and we're pretty sure he loves her too like he would a big sister. It makes sense that they would be inseparable given that they both have history with Disney and know what it's like more than any of the other cast members. There's a hilarious behind-the-scenes video of these two trying to do impressions of each other's characters, and it's awesome. First, Dove tries to do an impression of Carlos, but she can't because she's laughing too hard. When she finally gets actual words to come out of her mouth,
That thing is a rabid animal!
she explains that his voice goes up and down really fast. Cameron is laughing so hard at Dove's impression, he almost falls over. Then Cameron does an impression of Mel. He gets all emotional and says her line from the end of the first movie when she says,
I choose good, you guys.
No one!
both of them were rolling on the floor laughing. These two are always having a blast together. Better as a villain. Can you imagine what the Descendants movies would have been like if Boo Boo Stewart had been cast to play the role of Prince Ben instead of Mitchell Hope? Well, at one time, that was a slight possibility. According to an interview with Movie Maniacs DE, Boo Boo originally auditioned for a different character than the one he was ultimately cast to play. Instead of Jay, Boo Boo auditioned to play the part of Prince Ben. He said he went into auditions countless times over a period of several months before he landed the role of Jay. We think he's way better as the sly, sword-wielding villain kid, don't you? Sophia Carson also auditioned for a different role at first, too. An earlier version of the script had her reading the part of Gigi, the prince's girlfriend. We can only assume that character is now the one we knew as Audrey. Can you imagine Audrey's name being Gigi? We think we can speak for everyone when we say we're glad they changed it. Dove also shared that the name on her audition script was Claudia instead of Mal. Doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it? What was your favorite Descendants behind the scenes moment? Tell us in the comment section below. And if you're as excited as we are about the release of Descendants 3, subscribe to our channel and give this video a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching The Things. See you next time.